Swing, better swing. Strike three, you're out of there. Good morning, everyone. My goal here today is to hopefully enhance all of our knowledge and understanding of the game of baseball, what we like to call America's favorite pastime. Me personally, I played from age 5 to 14, and in those 8 years of playing at third, pitcher, and catcher, I had many coaches pouring into me and enlightening me on the game and how to be a better player on and off the field. I also learned from my players and my parents, and just by watching Major League Baseball on TV and in person, and also minor league baseball, which is really fun and enjoyable for your local sports. Before we leave here today, I will have liked to discuss a brief history of the game of baseball, player position on the field, which has a very unique field shape, and how to play the game. So, a game that's considered America's favorite pastime must have a very rich history. According to liveabout.com, in 1845, the Knickerbockers, which was a New York baseball club, published a set of rules to play the game. And a year later, Alexander Cartwright said, yeah, these rules are great, except for one thing. We can't peg each other with the ball anymore to get each other out. That's not happening. But after that, the rest is history, and we play by the same rules today in 2019 as they did in 1846. From 1885 to 1951, African Americans and Latinos played in what was called a Negro League. And 1946, the game changed forever from what everyone was used to. Jackie Robinson signed a contract with the New York Dodgers to be the first African American to ever play in Major League Baseball. The World Baseball and Softball Confederation website said that the National Association of Baseball Players was formed in 1850. Not long after that, we had enough teams to create a league, which we called the National League, in 1876. Not long after that, we had even more teams, and we had to create another league called the American League in 1903. And in that very same year, 1903, we took the champions and the best team from the National League and from the American League, and we pitted them against each other, and we called that our very first World Series. Now, with our rich history, we have to have very significant players. And a very common and familiar player to everybody, most everybody, is Babe Ruth. He was a great pitcher and even better home run hitter. But he really changed the game, and he brought faith, hope, and integrity back to the game of baseball after the 1919 World Series, when the 8 White Sox players were caught in a scandal when they were bribed to throw the entire series. And with Babe Ruth's athleticism and his just great personality on and off the field, he really brought America back to baseball. As we previously discussed, we have Jackie Robinson, who was the first African American to come into the major leagues, and he just endured harsh realities of people berating him for being the first Black American to play in the major leagues. So now we have a little bit of history. Let's hit the field. Put us in, coach. We're ready to play. So as you can see here, we have the baseball diamond confined to a right and left by the foul lines. The grassy area is what we call the outfield, and the sandy area, the dirt area, is everything is the infield. And we have home, first, second, and third. First and third are on their respective lines, foul lines. And according to the Major League Baseball website itself, each base is 90 feet away from each other. And from the pitching mound to home plate is 60 feet. And from the back of home plate, where the catcher sits and receives the ball from the pitcher, to second base is 127 feet, 3 3/8 inches, which is important because that's how far a catcher is going to have to throw the ball when he's either fielding a ball here or you have a runner on first trying to steal second base. And in terms of the offense, the people hitting the ball, if you want to hit a home run towards the left or right side of the field, you're looking at hitting that ball 325 feet just to get a home run. Now, if you're really going for the gusto, hitting home to the back of the middle of the field is 400 feet to the nearest structure. And so let's talk about player positions. We just talked about the batter. We have the catcher here at home. We have the first baseman on first. And between first and second, we have the second baseman. Between second and third, we have what we call the shortstop. And then on third, we have the third baseman. And there's going to be a total of 9 players on the field, including the batter. So now that we understand player position and we have talked about the unique field shape of the baseball field, let's grab our gloves and bat and go play for ourselves. So we have no time limit like other sports. We just have 9 innings, a top and a bottom, and each top and bottom is over after each team achieves 3 outs. The defense on each team achieves 3 outs. Each top and bottom is so that each team has an opportunity to hit the ball, get on base, and score a run. There are many ways to get outs. You can have a fly out, which the ball is hit up in the air and you catch it. There's a ground out when the player fields the ball and throws them out of the base that they're running to. And then you have a strikeout when either the batter doesn't swing or the batter swings and misses, and the strike zone is considered to be from your waistline to your shoulders, or if you're in the batter's stance, it's from the top of your knees to your shoulders. There are many ways to get outs, and it just depends on how gameplay is going, but I'm going to need you guys to come with me to the next Braves game so that we can really see it in action. And let's go get recruited by the major leagues. Nah, maybe just the minor leagues. Maybe we'll just find some friends and play a pickup game at the rec field. Me talking to you guys today isn't going to make any of us pros, but hopefully I have achieved my goal of enhancing your knowledge of the history of baseball, players' positions in the field, and how the game is played. Now, before I leave you guys today, I want to impart a piece of wisdom on you guys. That's not just good baseball advice, it's great life advice. Babe Ruth once said, "Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game."